Hi everybody, it's IMA1 here, and today I'm showing you how to retighten your doll's limbs. So I've already done this in Elizabeth's makeover, but in case you haven't seen that, that's okay. I'm doing another video. So this doll is Julie Albright. She is another one of my friend's dolls, and she is very floppy. Let me show you her legs. So you can see it's kind of weird, and then her head is super duper loose. And her arms are, I don't know what happened. I guess she just came to my friend loose. So, to start off with, you're going to put your doll's hair in a very high ponytail or bun, so that her hair's out of the way when you take her head off. Then, at the back, there are some strings. If you can see, there's little strings there. You're going to untie that knot, which shouldn't take you a very long time, but all you need is something that's kind of pointy. I knit, so I have knitting needles, and then you're going to untie the knot. You can also use a fork, or a knife, or knitting needles, whatever you can to get this knot undone. And that was pretty easy just because my knitting needles are sharp. But once you have the knot undone, you should be able to see like her head, and that I'm surprised her head didn't like fall off. It's really loose. But then you're just gonna pop it off, and there's her head. It is still kind of weird, even though I've done this before. But if you look inside her head, I said this before, if you look inside her head, there's like little eyes, like you can see where her eyes are. There's little like lumps. You can kind of see, yeah, those two like lumps on the top, that's where her eyes are, so they can do eye replacements. It's kind of weird, and they feel really weird. That's okay. Okay, anyways, on to the video. So you're going to just set her head aside somewhere, just on the ground, or the table, wherever you're working. And then you have this headless doll. That's wonderful. So you can take off all her clothes if you want, which is what I'm going to do, just because it'll make unstuffing a lot easier. So, I also forgot that you're going to need 4 elastics. I didn't have an extra one, so she's going to have a rubber band inside her. But we have 3 elastics here, and so you're going to need those to tighten her limbs. So, you're also going to need a clean workspace. I can show you that I have like all that flooring where I'm going to be setting all the stuffing. But so you're just going to reach inside and set all her stuffing out, and there is a lot of stuffing in there. I've done this before, and it's kind of scary how much stuffing is in them. But yeah, I really enjoy, even though it's kind of weird, I really enjoy like fixing people's dolls, even if it involves taking out their insides. Yeah, so that's why I'm doing this. It's because I find it kind of fun. Not just taking, like it's not fun to take them apart, but it's fun to see the after result. So, there is like lots of stuffing. If you can see like my hand I'm taking out. So much stuffing. I'm sorry if you couldn't see there, but I hope you can see now. That is like a lot of stuffing. So, yeah. It's also pretty hard to get the stuffing back in once you're all done, so you just have to cram it into their butt, like as far as down as you can. So, this is kind of weird if you haven't done this before, just holding a limp doll body, but yeah, that's okay. So I'm going to show you like all the stuffing. You can see that there's like so much and some fell out, so here, let me just show you. That is all stuffing from inside them. It's crazy. That all fits into this little thing. Okay, because I've already taken like 5 minutes, we're going to get on with tightening her limbs. So it's best if you start from the bottom. So what you're going to do is pop her leg up through the neck, and you'll see there's these little like white things in there, and what you need to do is, if there's stuffing in there, sorry, so in between there's like an elastic and then there's the white thing, so in between the knot and the white thing, that's where you need to wrap your elastic as tight as you can. So I'm going to start off with this one. It's just normal elastic. So you're going to put it as tight as you can, and you're going to wrap this around in between the knot and the tensor cup, like the white thing, as tight as you can. So you have to like pull and yeah, and then wrap it around as many times possible. This should tighten up her limbs a whole bunch. So yeah, if you're wondering, my friend also has a YouTube account. It's MSBFFL100. She has a couple videos on there. So if you want to go check that out, I suggest you do. So it's a lot tighter, you can tell, because it's harder for me to move this leg than it is for me to move her other that I haven't tightened. So that's how you can tell whether it's tightened. So then you're just going to reach down and grab the other one. Yeah, this video is going to take a long time, so it's going to take a while to upload. But, so, now I have another elastic. Just do the same process. Wrap it around as many times as you can, pushing and, or pulling, sorry. And yeah, my brother wanted to watch me take off Julie's head, so you can say hi. Hi. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess he thought it was kind of cool that, yay, you get to take off a doll's head, so he's watching me. So you're gonna keep wrapping around until it's all done. You can kind of see me there. But do it as tight as you can until you can't do it anymore. And that is a lot tighter. So if you're only doing, oh, there's a fluffy that flew out. So if you're only doing the arms, only take out like half their stuffing. But if you have to do like their legs, then you have to do like the whole thing. So now you're gonna do the arms. It's the same process for the arms and legs. Yeah. And I find this really works well if you have someone helping you, which I don't. But that's okay, I can do it myself. Because it's easier if you have someone like pulling the elastic as you tighten it, but I don't think my brother would want to do that. So, yeah, I have the arm down. Oh, I'm sorry you couldn't see there, but you can see that there's the huge elastic wrapped up there. Yeah, and so now for the other one. So if you guys don't understand anything I'm doing in this video, just comment below and tell me what you don't understand, and I will do my best to answer your questions. If it's a good question that I didn't like tell you in this video, then I will reply. That usually goes for most videos. If it's a how-to, I do reply if it's something I didn't mention. Okay, this arm's being stubborn. Okay, so if you find that it isn't working too well on one or more of the limbs, then just keep trying, keep pulling. It has to work eventually. This does work very well, if I haven't said that already. So I'm going to finish this retightening, and then I'm going to show you how to put their head back on. So yeah, bye! Okay everybody, this video is taking a long time, so I'll probably have 2 parts, but now I have her limbs all tightened, including her arms, so we're gonna start restuffing. So you're gonna take your stuffing that I have, and you're gonna just take like a handful, just enough so that you can fit it into her neck hole, and let me move the camera up. So, gonna have just enough stuffing that you can fit it into her neck hole, but you're gonna like jam it all the way down as far as you can. I'm gonna push it down there really hard. so that, because there's a lot of stuffing and it is difficult to get it back in if you just pack it in loosely. And don't worry, because the way your American Girl is sewn, she can't get like disfigured, so there won't be like a lump on her side if you don't put it in right. And it is hard to like not put it in right. So yeah, just gonna keep sticking it down all the way to the bottom. I'm surprised, if you've watched me make over Elizabeth, which was my other friend's doll. She is just like you, 24 I believe, with brown eyes, freckles, and blonde wavy hair. But if you watched me do her makeover, I showed you how much stuffing there was, and to me it seems like there wasn't. Okay, I'm sorry everybody. My camera sometimes runs out of space when I have like different videos on here, which I did. So like I was saying, it seems like Elizabeth had more stuffing than Julie, which is kind of weird, but I've noticed that some American Girl dolls are like fatter than the others. Just because like sometimes handmade clothes I can't put on them, and then other handmade clothes I can put on my other doll. So I didn't pack it down enough into her butt, and her butt looks kind of wrinkly and weird and saggy. So if that happens to you, then you just have to take all the stuffing out and try again. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't want this video to take a long time that I have to split it into 2 parts. So I'm going to stop and then just update you when I'm done. Okay everybody, I have Julie's legs all tightened. You can see that they don't shake back and forth as much when you shake her. So now I'm going to teach you how to put her head back on. You still need her hair tied up. So, you're going to need to loosen her neck strings. And I accidentally stuffed her neck strings in the stuffing. At first I was like, oh my god, where'd they go? But they're just stuffed in with the stuffing. So if that happens to you, just take the strings out without taking the stuffing out. So yeah, you're going to need to loosen her neck strings. And then you're going to have the creepy head. We're gonna pop that back in. So you're gonna need to like squish down all the stuffing as much as you can. And you need to pop her head back in. Then, like, you can hold it against your stomach or something like that, your leg, whatever. I'm gonna hold it on the floor. Seems kind of... I don't know what I'm going to do, actually. So just try and, like, stick all the stuffing in there. And, yeah, hold it against something while you tighten up her neck. There we go. So I was able to do it. Sorry. No, my hair was probably in the way. But you're going to tighten it as much as possible. And pull it as tight as you can around her neck. And Julie's neck, was very, very loose when I got her, like, minutes before I started the video. So, yeah, just keep everything as tight as it can be. So, you might want your dad to help you with this, or an older brother, because then they can, like, hold it. This is very hard. So I'm going to update you guys when I have the head on. Okay, everybody, got her head back on. It took my dad, my brother, and me to put it back on, but it's all tight now. And so what I would recommend doing is, once you have a double knot, just tie a triple one, just in case, because you don't want her head falling off. And then, once she is all good, then you're just going to slip out her elastic. And then brush your hair out, and it got very naughty during this process. But that is how you tighten your doll's limbs, and I'd like to thank you for watching. So, yeah, this is Julie, MSBFFL100's doll. So you can check out her videos. You'll see Julie in there. And yeah, so don't forget to like this video, comment on it, tell me what you think, and subscribe. Subscribe for Julie. Bye.